Camera clearance.
Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to Alchemy Solo Graduation 25-26 Day 2. I hope you all enjoy our lovely performers as they have practiced well and hard and have a great evening ahead. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Vijay Vishwanathan to address the gathering. And Mr. Vijay Vishwanathan, he is the founder and managing director of Alchemy Academy of Performing Arts.
Good evening, parents, and good evening to all on the online platform who are watching this live. Good evening to our lovely children, teachers, and our entire team over here. We had a lovely set of performances yesterday evening. The children were extremely brilliant at their performances. We had children from various grades who were coming up to perform here, right from grade 1 junior to the youth theatre level. Today also we have a mixed bunch of performers. There are a couple of things that I would like to add to you before we start off this evening's performance. There's a beautiful phrase that goes in. It says, attention leads to expression. Attention leads to expression. What does this mean? This comes from a beautiful quote in Natya Shastra, where they say, Yato hasta tato drishti, yato drishti tato manaha, yato manaha tato bhava, yato bhava tato rasa. Which means, yato hasta, where your hand is there, your drishti is there. So you see there, you look there. Where the drishti is there, manaha, you get your bhava, your emotion. And when that emotion is touched upon, you express. That comes out as expression. Now, how do we connect what was written so many 100 years back in Natya Shastra to today's life? Yato hasta. What is there in our hands today? Mobile phone, iPad, laptop, TV remote. We live with these kind of things. We are not able to live without them today. So yato hasta, tato drishti. That's what we are all watching. Our children are all watching. And what we are watching is going here. And what is happening here, that is the bhavam and that is the expression that's coming out. So the net result today, Instagram recently claims that if you want an ad to be played on Instagram, it should not be more than 10 seconds. 10-second ads. What has that resulted in? Reduction in attention span of people. More than 10 seconds, people are not able to focus. Reels, shorter forms of all modules. Even the movies on Netflix and Amazon today, we watch it like web series. We watch half an hour of that today, then another 30 minutes tomorrow. Then might be after 4 days, we'll catch up the next part of it because we're not able to focus beyond that. Then we say, okay, fine. We don't get into theaters and sit for 2.5 hours. That's the funny side of it, but that's happening in life today. We're finding it in adults, we're finding it in children. Their attention span is just dropping. Now, what happens when attention span drops? Eye for detail stops. You're not detailing anything. You want to do everything. You want to be in 100 things, you want to do all the 100 things, but you're not perfect at any of those. You're not doing 4 or 5 and saying, I'm happy doing 4 or 5, but I'm the best at these 4 or 5. That's gone. So a building that was built, thousands of years back still stands tall. Something that was built 10 years back falls down. The flyover is falling down. The metro bridge is falling down. Detailing is stopping, perfection is stopping. Now, when we are racing in this world, we are all racing towards something. Our children are also following our footsteps. What we do at Alchemy is we are trying to reverse this process. And I want to thank you all for cooperating so much. When they came for the rehearsals, they had to sit for a 2-hour slot. Many parents did call us and ask, only 5-minute presentation, or can we finish and take them? We said, no, they have to sit for that 2 hours. So we were sitting here, I was sitting here personally through all the performances as the rehearsals were going on. Children were all sitting, no gadgets in hand, nothing. They were watching each other perform, little bit of chat here, little bit of chat there. Then we would say, watch. They're beginning to watch, they're beginning to do that. Automatically, the mind is slowing down. They're beginning to look at, how their akkas and annas are performing, what is happening there. Might be I can do that, might be they're thinking that. Little young ones, I don't know if they're thinking that or not, but they're watching and that is getting stored. Which is why few years into Alchemy, you see talents performing so well. And we don't spend so much time with them. Once they're in grade 3 senior advanced level, they are being facilitated, they're being mentored, they're not being taught. Even today, the light and sound is being handled by our youth theatre students. Thank you, you can clap hands for them. Thank you, whoever clapped your hands there. They deserve it, they are curating this process, they are running it. So we're giving them the freedom to run. Now, how are they thinking about it? They're taking down notes, they're saying who's that child. Even now an instruction was given because many parents, I guess, are getting stuck because of the traffic, they're coming in late. So in the order, the children are not there. So the anchor was just given, we will start off. We are supposed to start, we're starting, but we'll keep jumping. Be ready for that. Be ready. As children come, we'll keep accommodating. Let's not keep waiting. So all these things start processing when the mind is calm. And which is what we try and do at Alchemy, which is why the training process is very different here. It is not a process where we say, okay, you come, tell your 5 minutes line, okay, thank you, super. It's not about being here, performing and going back. It's about the process to come here, which is what is going to make a difference in their life, because tomorrow, whatever domain of work they get into, whether they're in medicine, whether they're in science, whether they're in research, whether they're in outer space exploration, whether they are in performing arts, these skills are going to be very, very important for them. And I'm sure you all resonate with that thought. So thank you, parents, for cooperating so much and, being there, sending them here for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, getting them to wait, picking them up. I understand the ordeal as a parent myself. I know the logistics. But please be rest assured, it's well invested time. It is something that we cannot see tangibly today, but it's blossoming within us. This is a very beautiful process, and thank you all for your cooperation. Today we have a lineup of another set of performances. You'll have a mixed bag here. We are also an inclusive system, so we do have children with inclusivity with us, but Alchemy's stage is for everybody. We don't have the philosophy to say that only the best performers come on stage. Everybody comes and becomes the best. That's what Alchemy is so beautiful about. So we will have a mixed bag of performances. Please be patient. Let's encourage them. Your claps and your encouragement, your presence will make a big difference to them. Please ensure that our Yato Hasta, the small thing on our hands, are switched off today for some time. There is no disturbance between you and the performance today. So keep your mobile phones, if possible, on switched off or definitely on silent mode. I do understand we're all busy and a lot of things, we're all multitasking at almost all times. Work from home has become a big curse for all of us now because there's no end for work time. When it's work from home, at least office we get in, we come back, we do. Today, workplaces are also quite demanding. Many of you in senior positions. So If possible, switch it off, but definitely keep it on silent mode. We have the live going on and the camera is capturing everything. We will be giving you, there's a camera that's capturing everything apart from the live. So we will be sharing the footage with you. Your children's performances will be shared. Photographers are on the job. Photos are taken. So please don't worry. We wouldn't want you to, risk of getting up and taking pictures. Sitting there, you want to take a few things without disturbing others. We don't have a problem. But you're going to get professional output for yourself. You can be rest assured. Please do not get up and walk between a performance because a live is going on, camera is recording. Some child, some moment could get missed when you block. So you may get up and move in case you want to just stretch and come back in between two performances so that we don't block anybody's video recording. It is that child's memory, that parent's memory, which we wouldn't want to be blocked by anybody in between. And please stay back till the end because at the end we have a group photo that's being taken. The children will have a great memory of this photo when they grow up and they see it there. Thank you so much for your kind patience. We're going to be rolling out day 2. A line of fantastic anchors and fantastic performers are already there coming to woo the stage. Thank you so much. Let's enjoy the evening.
Hi everyone, my name is Vaishnavi and I will be your anchor for today. A very warm welcome to the second day of Alchemy's annual solo graduation performances. Today is all about celebrating talent, confidence and unique journeys of our performers. Each solo you will see has a lot of hard work put into it. So get comfortable and let's begin with our first performance. To begin with today's performances, we have Jai from Youth Theatre who will be performing Final Play, a powerful monologue portraying King Henry in his final moments of the legacy of a king. So please welcome Jai. The stage is all yours.
Hello everyone. Today I'll be performing a script extracted version of Henry V written by Shakespeare. Indeed, the French may lay 20 French crowns. To one, they will beat us, for they bear them on their shoulders. But it is no English treason to cut French crowns, and tomorrow the king upon the king. Let us live our lives, our souls, our deaths, our careful wives, our children, and our sins. Lay on the king. We must bear all. Oh, hard condition. Twin, born with greatness, subject to the breath of every fool whose sins no more can feel but his own ringing. What infinite heart's ease must kings neglect that private men enjoy? And what have kings that privates not have too? Save ceremony, save general ceremony, and what art thou, thou idle ceremony? What kind of God art thou suffers most of mortal griefs of than do thy worshippers? What are thy rents? What are thy comings? O ceremony, show me but thy worth. What is thy soul of adulation? Art thou art but clay's degree and form, wherein thou art creating fear than they in fearing? What drinkest of instead of homemade sweet? What poison flattery? Oh, thee sick, great greatness. And I bid thy ceremony give thee cure. Thank you.
That was an amazing performance, Mrityunjay. Thank you for that powerful performance. Next up, we have Vishmayi from grade 2 junior who's going to be performing Prediction of Kamsa's Prophecy in the Fate of Krishna. This monologue tells about the prophecy and how Krishna's destiny unfolds. Stage is all yours, Vishmayi.
Hello everybody, my name is Vishnu. Today I am from a monologue Balarama. Kamsa, the ruthless and greedy ruler of Mathura, had instilled fear in the hearts of his people. Despite cruel nature, Kamsa had deep affection for sister Devaki. On a wedding day, he drove a bridal chariot for Devaki and her husband Vasudeva. As he drew from the voice from the heaven room, "You fool! Your days are not ended. Their end, the eighth side of their kid will kill you." Started in rage. Kamsa wanted to kill their sister, but Vasudeva begged for their will. They promised to surrender all of the children to him. Kamsa seen an opportunity, agreed to the terms, wrongly imprisoned the couple. True to his words, he killed the first 6 children as they were born. Above a quick thinking of Vasudeva, a 7 to 8 children was saved, which is me, Balarama, a younger brother Krishna. Years later, the prophecy was fulfilled. The younger brother Krishna had returned to Mathura, ultimately killed Kamsa. Bring the people back to the appraisal room. Thank you.
That was an engaging performance, Vishmayi. Well done. Coming up, we have Vishnashri, who is going to be performing a Rapunzel monologue. Let us see what is it about. Over to you, Vishnashri.
No, I won't stop. Good evening, my name is Vishnu. I'm going to perform Rapunzel's monologue. No, I won't stop for every minute of the rest of my life. I will fight. I will never stop trying to get away from you. But if you let me save him, I will go with you. I will never run. I will never escape from you. Just let me heal him. You and I will be together forever, just like you want. Everything will be great. I promise, just like you want. Just let me heal him. Eugene, oh, I'm so sorry. Everything will be okay. I promise, but you have to trust me. Come on, just please. I can't let you play. Thank you.
That was a cute performance, Vaishnavi. Up next, we have Rihanj from Grade 1 Junior performing a story about Krishna lifts the hill of Govardhana. This is a story how young Krishna protects the people of Vrindavan, teaching us faith in divine power. Over to you, Rihanj.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Vihat. I am going to tell a story about Krishna lifted the hill of Govardhana. In the village of Vrindavan, people played Indra, the god of light. Lived years, they had a big festival called Indra Yagna. They gave offerings and said many prayers. One day, young Krishna asked his father, "Why do we worship Indra?" His father said, "Indra uses rain for our crops and animals." Krishna smiled and said, "It is Govardhana hill that gives us grass, water, and land. We thank the hill." Krishna told the villagers, "Let us worship Govardhana hill because it takes care of us." The villagers agreed and celebrated the hill. When Indra saw this, he became very angry. He sent heavy rain and strong wind to flood the village. The villagers ran to Krishna for help. Krishna told, "Do not worry, I will protect you." Krishna lifted Govardhana hill with one finger and he saved the villagers and animals. Thank you.
That was a splendid performance, Rihanj. Now we have Hariharan from Grade 3 Senior who's going to be performing Chakos from As You Like It. This is a monologue which compares life to a stage, showing how every person plays different roles as they grow up, childhood to old age. Then let's welcome Hariharan.
Hi everyone, I'm Mariana. Today I will be performing All the World's a Stage. All the World's a Stage, and all the men and women, merely players, have their exit and entrances, and one man in his life plays many parts. His act being 7 ages. At first, the infant, moving and puking in the nurse's arm, and in the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail unwillingly to school, and then the lover sang like furnace with a woeful ballad made to the strange oats, and bearded like pot, the jealous in honor, quick and sudden in quarrel, and then the turning seeking the bubble reputation, even in the cannon's mouth, again, turning again, mouth the reputation, even in the cannon's mouth, and then the justice in fair round belly with good cap and line, with eye severe and beard of formal cut. So it plays his part. Turning so the stage shifts into a lean and slippered pantaloon, the kettle on nose and pouch on side. The, his youthful oars well saved for a world too wide, for his strong shank and his big randy voice, turning again towards childish treble pipes whistle in his sound. and laughed at the strange, eventful history with second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything. Thank you.
That was a meaningful performance. Harikaran, well done. Up next, we have Rudra from Grade 1 Junior presenting a story of a squirrel. A story of a squirrel? I wonder what it's about. Now, let's hear from Rudra.
Hello everyone, my name is Rudra. Today I am going to perform the story of a squirrel. After the abduction of Sita, Lord Rama, along with this army of monkeys and bears, start making a bridge over the sea to connect them to Lanka. Lord Rama was very happy to see the passion, dedication, and energy level of his army towards the construction of the bridge. A little squirrel was picking up a pebble in her mouth and putting it near the borders. She did it repeatedly and effortlessly. Just then, a monkey noticed her and started making fun of her. He told her to stay away, lest the boulder would crush her. Hearing this, everyone started making fun of her. The squirrel wasn't there. Lord Rama was noticing all this from a distance. Upset, the squirrel went to Lord Rama and complained about everyone to him. Lord Rama demonstrated to the army how the pebble thrown by the squirrel worked as a connector between the two boulders. Her contribution is as valuable as the other members of the army. So, Lord Rama stroked the squirrel's back. Stroking left the marks of his finger in the body. Since then, squirrels have carried white stripes on their body. Thank you.
That was a great performance, Rudra. Thank you. Moving on, we have Kushi from Grade 2 Junior who's going to be presenting how Hanuman got his name. Let us see what it's about. Over to you, Kushi.
Hello everyone, my name is Khushi. I am going to perform a story about how Hanuman got his name. Hanuman's mother Anjana told him that all ripe fruits are his food. One day, when young Hanuman saw the bright yellow sun, he thought it was a ripe fruit. He wanted to eat it, so he leaped after the sun and put it in his mouth. When Indra saw Hanuman gobbling the sun, he became anxious without the sun. The Raja or Thunderbolt and enjoyed the flying Hanuman on his cheek. His father, the Vayu, the wind god, felt very angry at Indrasan and withdrew from the universe. Once the wind was gone, all living creatures suffocated, losing their lives. To convince Vayu, Indra lifted his thunder bottle and Hanuman recovered. From then on, he became known as Hanuman since Hanu in Sanskrit means chick. Thank you.
That was an interesting story, Kushi. Thank you. Now we have Himanish from Grade 1 Senior presenting a story of a crane and a crab. It is about a greedy crane who cleverly escapes a clever crane, teaching us cleverness and caution. Over to you, Himanish.
Hello everyone, my name is Himanish. Today I'm going to perform the story The Crane and the Crab. In a quiet pond filled with bright fish lived a clever little crab. Life was peaceful until one day a crane arrived at the water's edge, looking tired and hungry. The crane said, "Friends, the pond will dry up soon. I will show you one by one to a bigger lake where all of you will be safe." The fish believed him and begged to be taken first. Hour after hour, he returned for more fish, but the crab noticed something strange. But the crane gently took fish in his beak and flowed, and then it came to a crab. "It is your time," he said sweetly. The crab climbed on the crane's back. As they flew, there on a rock outside the forest lay the bones of all the fish. The truth was clear. The crane had been eating them. The crab tightened his claws around the crane's neck and said, "Take me to Azir Lake." The crab begged, "or you will never fly again." The crane panicked and changed direction at once and flew to a beautiful blue lake and landed shakily. The crab slid off his back and said, "Remember, I bite hard." From that day on, the pond was safer and the crab became its hero. Thank you.
That was a captivating performance, Manish. Great job. Now we have Janesh from Grade 2 Junior who is going to be performing How Hanuman Saves Lakshmana, which is an extract from Ramayana. So over to you, Janesh.
Hello everyone, my name is Janesh Pasani. I am going to perform a story called When Hanuman Refused to Pay Lord Rama. After the coronation, everyone was happy except Hanuman. He sat on the corner fell from his eyes. Sita saw him and told Rama. Rama went to Hanuman and told, "Why are you sad? Your love is so great. Come with me to Vaikunta." Hanuman asked, "Will you be there as Rama in Vaikunta?" "I'm Vishnu, not Rama." Hanuman shook his head and told, "I only want Rama, but Rama's not coming. I'll stay in Ayodhya." Rama smiled and touched by his devotion, Hanuman stayed in Ayodhya without thinking of Lord Rama. Thank you.
That was an amazing performance, Janesh. Great job. Now we have Nikita from Grade AS performing a life of a school bench. Have you ever wondered what is the point of view of a school bench? Now we will see. Over to you, Nikita. Hello everyone, I am Nikita. Today I'm going to be performing a monologue in the perspective of a class bench, written by myself. Ow! Ow! Stop! Stop it! It hurts! Please stop! Do you know how hard it is to balance you? Please! Stop! Get down! Please! I'm not meant for you to jump on! Please! 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 Ah! Ah! Finally this human has stepped down from me. Do you know how hard our lives are? Oh, wait. Let me introduce myself. I'm a bench. Not just any bench. A school bench. A classroom bench. And I have been used in all the ways except for the one thing I was actually built for. I was built so students could sit and do their work. But no one uses me for that purpose. No one. ప్రతిరోజు వాళ్ళతో టెక్ టాక్ స్టేజ్ మీద ఉండేట్లాగా నా పైన జంప్ చేస్తారు, నా పైన స్టాండ్ చేస్తారు. అయ్యో పాపం మీ బెంచ్ నేను కొంచెం కూడా చూడరు. నా లైఫ్ ఎంత కష్టంగా ఉన్నది ఇప్పుడైనా మీకు తెలుసా? And don't even get me started on their shoes. So dirty, so muddy, so traumatizing. And then they say, oh my god, this bench is so disgusting. I can't sit here. Just tell me, how is this bad? You did this. You created the problem. And now you're judging me? This is outrageous. And you know what's worse? They're gone. They're gone from my beautiful wood. Memes, names, and emojis. Yes, actual emojis. Sunglass faces, smiley faces, crying faces. Basically, the entire comment section of Instagram but carved permanently into my body with just one compass. Honestly, the effort is impressive. Because these same students who can perfectly carve memes and emojis on me cannot even memorize the simplest formulas at home. Speed equals distance divided by time. Even that's too hard for them. And let's not even get started with pen fights. Every single day, when the teacher is not looking, a group of students will gather up and take their pens and slam it against other pens till the other pen falls down. And the sound that the pens make while falling down is very, very annoying. And I don't think I've told anyone this. But you know what? I can hear the pen screaming internally. Sometimes we talk. It's like the symbol that non-living things share. Because after 7 p.m., when the school is empty, the corridors are quiet, we all talk. Me, the dad, the lights, even the air conditioner. We have discussions, important ones. But I can't tell you what we talk about because some things are confidential. Oh, so please, you can even go to this. If I had a mouth that could speak to humans, I swear I would have told the teacher everything about these mischievous students. But unfortunately, I'm a non-living thing. I see everything, I suffer through everything, but I cannot speak to humans. And let me tell you something else. You know that angry type, short-tempered type of students? You know what they do to me? They kick me. They throw me. They even try to and when the teacher comes, they blame it all on me. They say, ma'am, this bench is broken. I can't sit here. Oh, so now it's my fault? Interesting. And I don't even want to talk about it. You know, lunch breaks? Lunch breaks? Oh my god! Lunchtime is usually considered the best time for students, but it's considered the worst time for me. You know why? Because students spill rice, chips, sauce, water, and what's horrible is the fact that they stick gum underneath my surfaces. Chewing gum. And some students, oh my god, I don't even want to talk about it, it's so disgusting.
He would actually try to chew the gum what they stuck 3 months ago. Disgusting! At last, I just have one request to all of the students. Please treat me as a bench, not as a garbage bin, not as a punching bag, and not as a pen fight arena. Just as a bench. Thank you.
That was a funny performance, Nikita. Now we know how to treat our benches, right? Next, we have Pallavi from Grade 1 Senior presenting a story of a buffalo spirit and a lazy boy. Interesting name, right? I wonder what it's about. Now, let's find out. Over to you, Pallavi.
Hi everyone, I am Pallavi from Grade 1 Senior Kekanaka. Today I'll be performing the story The Lazy Boy and the Buffalo Spirit. In a small town village lived a boy named Lake. Lake was friendly and cheerful, but very, very lazy. When his family and friends worked in the fields, he wandered off to lie under the shade of a tamarind, watching clouds drift by. Lake, his father used to say, everyone must do their part. Rice doesn't grow on datings. But Lake only stretched and yawned. One hot afternoon, Lake rested beside a grassy pond. A water buffalo approached. Its eyes were calm and wise. Lake, it said in a gentle voice, come, ride on my back. To Lake's surprise, he obeyed. With a mighty step, the buffalo carried him onto a magical journey. First, they visited the planting season. Farmers carefully put a seed in the mud. Without planting, no rice could grow, said the buffalo. Then came the rainy season. People repaired dikes and channels that guided water to the fields. Without teamwork, no rice could grow. Then came the harvest season. Families cut golden stalks of rice and tied them in bundles, laughing and singing. The buffalo showed Lake how every grain of rice came from months of sweat and care. Lake watched in silence. For the first time, he understood how hard everyone worked, how dependent on one another they were. When they came back to the village, the buffalo bowed its great head and said, now you know, work gives meaning to your life and helps your community. Lake hugged the buffalo and said, thank you. I will not waste my days anymore. From that day on, Lake rose early and helped in the fields, thanks to the gentle wisdom of the buffalo spirit. Thank you.
That was an awesome performance. Spirit can transform a boy, and yeah. From there, let's move on to another domesticated ones. How would it be if all domesticated animals form together and form a band? That's exactly what our Sridharan from Grade 1 Senior is going to tell us about. Over to you, Sridharan.
name is Sridhar, and today I will perform the donkey's monologue from Brahmatam. I worked for years carrying heavy sacks for my master. But one day he said that I was old, too old after all my hard work. So I decided to leave and become a musician in the town of Brahman. Why not? I had a good voice. Hee-haw. On the road, I met a dog panting sadly. His master didn't want to bother. Then a cat whose hunting days were over. Then a rooster who was need to put in a soup pot. Come with me. I said, let's sing together in Brahman. That night, we found a cottage glowing with warm light. Through the window, we saw a gang of robbers feasting on bread, cheese, cake, and everything. So, we came up with a plan. The rooster stood on the cat on the dog on me. Then together, we made the loudest, scariest sound the world has ever heard. Hee-haw, hoo-hoo, meow, cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo. The robbers ran away, thinking, screaming, the monsters had come for them. We ate on the feast, warmed ourselves by the fire, and slept peacefully. And you know what? We never reached to prevent. We like our new home just fine. Sometimes the life you find is better than the life you planned. Thank you.
That was a wonderful performance, Sridhar. Next up, we have an interesting personality coming up on stage. My favorite too. Let's put our hands together for Priyanka Chopra to deliver her Variety Award speech. Relax, guys. It's not Priyanka Chopra. It's going to be Guru Priya who is going to be performing that speech. Over to you, Guru Priya.
Hello everyone, my name is Guru Priya and I'm from Youth Theatre, and today I am performing an extract of Priyanka Chopra's speech as a variety. About 12 years ago, I came home from work early one day and she was sitting in my library reading a book. She must have been 8 or 9 years old and I knew that she loved reading. So I went to her and I asked her. I was like, it's a weekday, why aren't you in school? And she said, oh, I don't go to school anymore. So I went and asked her mother. And I was like, why isn't she in school? And her mom said that her family couldn't afford to send both her and her brothers to school. So they chose the boys. Reason? She would eventually get married and it would be a waste of money. I was completely blown and it shook me to my core. Eventually, I decided to cover the cost of her education so that she could continue to learn. Because education is a basic human right and a huge necessity, especially today. From that point on, I was determined to help as many children as I can in whatever big or small way that I could. There's a really beautiful quote that I read recently, and I think it's absolutely appropriate to explain what I'm trying to say today. The hand that rocks the cradle, the procreator, the mother of tomorrow, a woman shapes the destiny of civilization. Such is the tragic irony of fate that a beautiful creation such as the girl child is today one of the greatest concerns facing the world. Today, girls are more likely than boys to never set foot in a classroom despite all the efforts made over the last 2 decades. I'm just going to give you a stat, more than 15 million girls of primary school age will never learn how to read or write compared to 10 million boys. Primary school, that is the beginning of our future. Over the last 11 years, I have witnessed firsthand the incredible work that UNICEF does for children across the world, especially survivors and victims of child marriage, war, displacement. And yet, there is so much more work to do. And for me, that is the fuel to my fire. The reason why I am so committed to this cause, and that is where my passion stems from. Because I know that a girl's education not just empowers families, but communities and economies. As a result of her education, we all do well. It is just as simple as that. As entertainers and influencers sitting in this room today, I feel that it is our responsibility to be a voice for the voiceless. Which is why I would like to applaud each and every woman in this room today for being so bold and courageous. For using your voice and your platform to contribute to change and for ensuring that there's not even one lost generation as long as we are alive. I would like to thank Variety and all of you for encouraging me and all of us to keep going. Thank you.
Did we see Priyanka or Guru Priya? Now we have Dwarakadesh from Grade 1 Junior who is going to be performing a story, The King Midas and His Golden Touch. This story tells how this story tells a king who learns that greed can bring sorrow. Over to you, Dwarakadesh.
Yeah, you can start.
Hello everyone, my name is Dwarkadish. I am going to perform King Midas and the Golden Touch. Once there lived a king named Midas. He had a large kingdom. He had many palaces, but still he was not happy. He wanted to have more gold as he was greedy. One day, as he was praying, a holy man appeared. The king Midas said, "Grant me a boon, holy man. Whatever I touch should turn into gold." The holy man said, "Son, your wish is granted." The king became very happy. He touched a stone, it turned into gold. He touched chairs, tables, vases, statues, and all of them turned into gold. The king became very happy beyond words. He thought he was the richest man in the world. So, happily, he then ordered his dinner. As soon as he touched it, it turned into gold. The king was astonished. He cannot eat or drink anything. Suddenly, his daughter rushed in. As he put his arms around her, his daughter too changed into a statue of gold. The king was shocked. "Oh no, I do not want any more gold. I want my dear daughter back." "Holy man, take back your boon, I beg of you." The holy man appeared and gave him a bottle of all the things that you had changed into gold. The king sprinkled the water on all the things that he had changed into gold. and all of them came into their original form. The king was very happy. Today he had learned a lesson. Gold does not give happiness. Thank you.
That was an interesting story, Dwarkadish. Good job. And now I would like to hand over my anchoring to my friend Avalokit as we continue our wonderful solo performance. Over to you, Avalokit.
Thank you, Vaishnavi, for hosting us so far. We begin this segment with a classic tale that proves size isn't everything when you have good friends by your side. From grade 1 senior KK Nagar, please welcome Crusoe R. She will be narrating the heartwarming story of the elephant and the sparrows.
Hello everyone, my name is Krusha. I'm going to perform the story called The Elephant and the Sparrows. In a peaceful forest lived two happy sparrows who had built a nest on a soft branch of a tall tree. They eagerly awaited for their babies to hatch from the eggs, nestled safely inside. One hot afternoon, a mighty elephant came in search of shade. Feeling angry to the heat, it shook the very tree where the sparrows lived. The nest fell to the ground. The eggs shattered. The sparrows cried bitterly. The tiny heart fell broken. Nearby, a woodpecker heard its sobs. Don't worry, it said. Don't worry, it said gently. We'll help you find justice. Together, together, the woodpecker and the sparrow flew up to visited their friend, the wise old frog who lived in a cool, muddy pond. After listening carefully, it told, "You must work together. You must work together. Even even the mighty must even the mighty must go if those who are small unite." First, the woodpecker flew up to the elephant and pecked at his eyes. Ouch! Ouch! The elephant cried, stumbling blindly. Next, the beast buzzed angrily and stung the giant, sending him into a panic. Finally, the frog croaked near a deep pit. "Come here, cool water, cool water." The, the desperate elephant tumbled straight into the pit. The forest sighed with relief. The sparrows thanked their friends. The frog smiled. When the small work together, even the mighty must go. From that day on, the animals respected each one even more. Thank you.
A powerful reminder that unity is strength. Thank you, Krisa, for that lovely storytelling. Hungry village where a traveler has a very unusual recipe for a dinner. From grade 1 senior KK Nagar, please put your hands together for T. Ilankaran. He will be performing the monologue of the soldier from the famous folk tale Stone Soup.
Hello everyone, I am T. Ilankaran from grade 1 senior. Today I am going to perform the monologue Stone Soup. I arrived in the village hungry and tired, carrying nothing but a cooking pot and smooth round stone. I knocked at doors asking for little food, but the villagers shook their heads. Times are hard, they said. We cannot spare anything. Well, I wasn't angry. I just went to the center of the village. I gathered sticks and I placed my pot. I gathered sticks, made a fire, and filled my pot with water. And I placed my stone inside the great ceremony. The villagers peeked from their windows. Children crept closer. Finally, one asked, "What are you cooking?" "Stone soup," I said proudly. "Only the finest stones can make it flavorful." The children giggled. The adults came curious despite themselves. They thoughtfully added, "A soup tasting this good would be even better with a few carrots." A lady rushed home and returned with carrots and perhaps maybe onions. We have onions. Perhaps a pinch of salt. Someone else bought salt. Soon herbs, potatoes, cabbages, everything were chopped, stirred, and added to the soup. The village buzzed with laughter as the aroma filled the air. When the soup was ready, we shared it to everyone. The villagers told it was the best soup ever tasted. The next day, when I left, the villagers kept the stone, not because it made soup, but because it was a reminder of something they had long forgotten. Generosity tastes better than anything. Thank you.
And if that and that is how you turn a stone into a feast. What a clever performance to end on. Thank you, Ilankaran. What a diverse range of talent we have seen so far, from the cricket pitch to the pages of folklore. To guide you through the next exciting chapter of our program, I am delighted to pass the mic over to our next host. Please give a warm welcome to your next anchor for the evening,
Sakina Raja.
Good evening, everyone. I am Sakina, and I will be walking with you to the final set of today's performance of stories, emotions, and monologues. Before we start, I would like to thank my friend, our locate, our previous host. Now let's dive into today's performance by our super talented Alchemy performers. I am excited and hope you are too. So enjoy the program and cheer our performers. Our next performer, Aryan GK from Grade 1 Junior Annanagar, will tell us a story that true wealth isn't measured by money but by kindness and compassion. Now let us hear the story of the kind woman and the rich man.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Aryan GK. I am studying in. Today I am going to perform a story called the Kind Woman and the Rich Man. A long time ago, there was a small village. The people in the village were very hungry. They had very little food left and everyone was sad. In the village, there lived a rich man. He had a big house and lots of money. One day he said, I will build a huge temple. Everyone will sit and praise me. The rich man worked very hard to build the temple big and beautiful. But he only wanted people to say nice things about him. He did not think about helping the hungry villagers. Ne- Near the village, there lived a poor woman. She had very little food left, but she was kind and caring. One day, she saw a small child crying because he was hungry. She had a tiny bit of rice left, but she gave all her rice to the child. Here, eat this little one, she said. She gave all her rice to the child, even though she was hungry too. The gods looked down from the sky. They smiled and said, the woman's small gift is better than the huge temple. Her kindness is real and true. The villagers remembered the woman and her kindness. Even a small act of love can be more powerful than big actions. Thank you.
That was a fantastic performance by Aryan. Get ready to witness wisdom wrapped in divinity, presenting a monologue that echoes the voice of Lord Krishna himself. Let's welcome Vishant Vaidyanathan from Grade 2 Senior Adyar, who is going to perform Krishna's monologue. The stage is yours.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. My name is Vishan and today I'll be performing a monologue called Krishna's monologue. Duryodhana, I stand here today not as a god but as a messenger. I have walked a long road from Upalabhya to Hastinapur with a single hope of heart that I might save this kingdom from its own pride. Look around us all. You see kings, warriors, and elders, but I see only shadows is about to burn. You refuse to give your brothers, the Pandavas, their rightful kingdom. You say not even a needle point of the land. Do you realize the weight of those words? A king's duty is to protect, not to possess. You think you're the master of the throne? The throne is
capture me? You think you can bind me with your iron chains? You might as well try to bind the wind or capture the sun. War together now. You are not choosing victory, but you're choosing silence of a graveyard. You're choosing tears of every mother in Bharat. I gave you a choice. 5 villages. Just fight. For the sake of peace, for the sake of elders, for the sake of children who have not yet learned to hold a sword. But you have chosen the path of blood. So be it. Let the counters blow, let the earth tremble, let the dust settles on the field of Kurukshetra. Remember this moment. Remember that peace was standing in your court and you turned it away. I have spoken. Time for words is over. The time for destiny has begun. Thank you.
That wasn't just a performance, it was an experience. Great work, Vishant. What happens when a fisherman encounters a force beyond his imagination? Let's find out as A. Gautam from Grade 1 Senior Adya presenting the monologue, The Fisherman and the Jinn.
Hello everyone, my name is Gautam. Today I'm going to perform a monologue, The Fisherman and the Jinn. I cast my net each morning without hope, but with habit. Habit keeps a man alive when it has bandaged him. That day, a jar tangled in my neck. I thought it might lead by a crust of bread. Instead, when I opened the jar, smoke poured out and shaped itself as a fusion to Jinn, and shouted that I would die for setting him free. Imagine me, thin as reed, sentencing 1,000 years prison back into the world, but to be repaid with death? But a fisherman knows patience is better than any king. I scratch my chin and look at the Jinn. Forgive me, but how did he fit in the little jar? Pride is the undoing of many creatures, wanted or not. He sneezed and sniffed himself small enough to go back inside, and I slammed the lid shut. Some call it tricky, but I call it survival. In the end, he begged for freedom, promising kindness instead of revenge. I believed him not because I trusted him, because mercy can turn stone, but anger can't. I opened the jar again. He kept his words. Sometimes wisdom is nothing more than knowing the right moment to doubt and the right moment to believe. Thank you.
A powerful performance with a powerful message. Let's give him a huge round of applause. A monologue that reveals the depth of devotion, courage, and moral strength. Presenting a monologue when Hanuman refused to obey Lord Ram by Janat Parsuri from Grade 2 Junior Adya. The stage is yours.
Hello everyone. My name is Jenny Pasuri. I am going to perform a story called When Hanuman Saved Lakshmana. As yes, during the battle with Meghnad, Hanuman flew to the Himalayas and landed on a peak between Kailasha and Rishabha mountain, beginning searching for the Sanjeevani hills. No knowledge of herbs, he's too confused what to do. An idea dawned on him. He uprooted the whole mountain in one hand and flew back to Lanka. Everyone was surprised to see Hanuman lifting a gigantic mountain. Meanwhile, the other monkey, as the Jews quickly Jambavad plucked the Sanjeevani herb and ground it as a juice. As the juice trickled into Lakshmana's mouth, he regained his senses. Rama heaved a sigh of relief. Meanwhile, the other monkeys gathered Hanuman. Some admired him, some felt his muscles, but others were shocked. Impressed with Hanuman's effort, the gods shared him and showered their blessings on him. Thank you.
It was an amazing performance. Let's give him a big round of applause. A world where values exist and childhood never ends. Here comes a monologue by our performer R.T. Sarvesh Kumar from Grade 2 Senior Adyar to perform an extract from Peter Pan.
Hi everyone, my name is Sarvesh and today I am going to perform an extract from Peter Pan. You asked me why I don't grow up. It's fear, Wendy. I'm afraid I should never have such a jolly time again. Just think about the things you lose. A grown-up just knows a tedious lot of things. They only know about taxes and boring sensible duties. And they forgot how to fly. They forgot the color of the fairy dust. And they forgot what it's like to chase your shadow across the face of the moon. Growing up is a dreadful mistake. Just look at poor Captain Hook. He was a brilliant, magnificent man. But he made the mistake of growing up. And now he is riddled with fear and bad manners. He has an appointment with Crocodile, and he knows it. The ticking noise of sound catching up with him, and he can't stand it. We in Neverland are free. We are cheerful and innocent people. We don't have to worry about bedtime or any rules or having to earn a living. We have adventures. We fight pirates. We live with mermaids. And we sleep amongst the stars. Why would I trade a life of pure invention for a world of dull clocks and sensible shoes? Never. I shall always be young and I shall always be happy. And it's the only way to be. And the moment a boy gets sentimental grown-up feelings, and that's when he's such lost. No, thank you. I'm Peter Pan, and I shall never grow up. I simply won't let it happen. Thank you.
Bravo, Sarvesh. What a wonderful performance. A timeless tale with a timeless message. Let us witness this powerful monologue from the story Peter and the Wolf. The stage is yours as Suryadev cites it out from of grade 1 senior Annanagar.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Suryadev Sasida. I am going to perform Peter's monologue, Peter and the Wolf. My grandfather always warned me, Peter, do not go into the meadows. A wolf might be lurking. But the sun was bright,
and the air was crisp. I felt brave that morning. So I opened the garden gate and stepped out. The bird chirped from the tree, the duck paddled through the pond. Even the cat kept behind me, pretending she wasn't following. Everything felt peaceful until a shadow moved within the tall grass. A wolf I could shout. He chased the duck and swallowed her whole. My heart pounded, but I knew I had to do something. So I climbed the tallest tree with the bird flying beside me. Fly around the wolf's head and keep him distracted. I whispered. While the wolf snapped at the bird, I lowered into the loop, waiting, then runk. Pulled the rope tight and caught the wolf by the tail. Hunter searched in his guns, but I stepped forward. Don't shoot! Let me take him to the zoo instead. My grandfather shook his head, but smiled softly. You are brave, Peter, he said. But bravery must walk in wisdom. I'll never forget the day. Sometimes danger isn't a reason to run. Sometimes it is a chance to show what you are truly capable of. Thank you.
It was a stunning performance, Suryadev. Our next set performer, S.K. Agat Magirmaran from Grade 1 Junior Annanagar, will tell us a story about how royals of pride, illusion, and truth from the royals monologue, from the princess' new clothes.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Aditya. I am going to perform about Royal's monologue. Where is the princess? She's a free spirit. She loves being in the wood every day. She loves helping the animals. She sounds very kind, but she is 23 off. Everyone loves her. Her family, the people of the country, and the animals too. She's very well liked, but she's also encouraged. She refuses like this, like a rock. Yes, that's why I called you out here. I want that to look good for the upcoming coordination. But I listen. To become a queen, she wants Penelope to look best for the occasion. Thank you.
Bravo, Agat. That was a fabulous performance. A goddess fell, a river rose. From heaven to earth, Ganga flowed. Now let us hear the story of the legend of Ganga in the words of my friend Shakshita from Grade 1 Senior KK Nagar.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. My name is Sakshita. I am grade 1 senior from KK Nagar. I am gonna perform a monologue named The Legend of Ganga. My ancestors had turned to ashes long before my birth. To save them, I had to bring the heavenly river Ganga down to the earth. The task was impossible, they said, but my heart was firm. I meditated for years and years until the gods answered. Ganga agreed to descend, but she warned my power shatter the earth. So I prayed to Lord Shiva, and he caught the mighty waters in his matter head from his locks. She flowed gently to the earth, washing over the land, purifying everything she touched. As the ashes of my ancestors, they rose to heavens. I felt peace, peace over than the mountains. That day I learned faith can move rivers if heart is steady as a stone. Thank you.
I hope the story of Ganga touched you as deeply as it touches our lives. It was a wonderful performance, Shakshana. Long ago, when days were too short and the sun story of how Moy taught the sun to slow down. Let's listen to our next performer, Havish L. from Grade 1 Senior Annanagar.
Hello everybody, my name is Abhishek. Today I'm going to perform a monologue called Moy Slows the Sun. Everyone in the village complained the days are too short. My mother barely finished the chores before sunset. Fishermen couldn't catch enough food. The sun moves too quickly, I said. I am going to catch him and make him slow down. My brothers laughed, but there will be a huge rope, strong enough to trap the sun itself. We climbed the tallest mountain and hit those rocks, waiting for sunrise. Then, boom! The sun leapt over the horizon, blazing with fiery heat. Its rays sizzled the ground, but I didn't move. I sprang forward and threw my rope around him. The sun thrashed wildly. Let me go, he roared. Not until you promise to slow down, I shouted back. Around us, the sky shook with light. It was like holding a ball of fire. Finally, the sun grew tired. Fine, he growled. I will move more slowly across the sky. From that day on, the days became longer. People worked out and lived more peacefully, and my brothers finally said, More, maybe you are a hero after all. Well, I already knew that. Thank you.
A big round of applause to our final performer, Havish L. It was really engaging performance, Havish. Now, as we come to the end of this wonderful evening, I thank all the performers for entertaining us throughout and the lovely audience for their encouragement and support. I would also like to thank Alchemy and their wonderful team for constant guidance and support and giving us this platform to showcase our talent. Hope to see you all soon tomorrow with our new performers. Signing off, Sakina.